All right. Yo, what up? Back at it with another deck doctor. It's been a bit, but I'm doing Uncle Tony, who says I can't be on stream, but I wanted some input on this deck. It is Jiro under all. Wanted to find a fun reason to play Jiro under all, and Rapid Punches Hardened Barrage has been really fun. I think this deck may just need some fine tuning, as it is as in what cards may perform it better overall, with all in the thing. Hilarious. In the deck, three things I like to keep in are both the Sato and Kirishima Punches and Scouting in the Forest. Since I have a lot of fun with that card, I want to give it some usage. Sorry again for the long paragraph. Incredible. Okay, so the number one thing we have to keep in is Scouting, right? Which is your charger weapon. Are these both charges? They are both charges. That's kind of neat. Huh. All Jiro might, like, kind of be real, guys. Create Capture and Amplify Sound Blast, Needle Stab. Needle Stab, I think, is so interesting. So, here is the, here's the big thing about the All symbol and Hardened Barrage. I personally think in a deck like this, there's zero reason not to run the Infinite. I think there's no reason not to just run the combo. So what we're gonna do is the first thing that I want to do is I want to just toss the combo in, right? Let's do some 3 diffs, huh? Let's do this guy. I'm gonna put them all on the sideboard actually, because that's how we do deck doctors here. We do this one, and we do this one. And then from there, I'm just going to take and run through attacks first, and we're just gonna build the deck, right? All of this looks fine. This is a neato card in this character because we get to control what our checks look like. Actually, you know what? We have to look for charge weapon, right? Charge weapon, all symbol go. And now, hey, we actually get to look at it. Yo, this card seems kind of sick in Jiro, huh? That's kind of cool. I'm into that. It's probably just better than what Needle Stab is doing, because we don't care about momentum. And it's just like more stats for the next one, but this thing like gets big itself. That's kind of good. There's like a weapon build here that's like neato, but I just don't think we need it. And then obviously like this is the thing we're doing. Amplified Sound Blast is cool. I don't know why we're not running Sound Waves. Sound Waves is one of those broken cards. It might be just like a fear of 2 checks, but this 2 check is genuinely not fair. Nullify is cool. USJ is cool. I want something that like, oh, like a one of Sugar Rush seems like really spicy here. Capture Evildoers is like a cool card. It could just like, it doesn't even necessarily have to do anything. It's just gotta be like a one of, right? And then Foundations, we're gonna go 0s at a time, right? Usually excited. No reason not to play Floating, huh? Man, Ignite just like becomes way stronger with things like Floating. Man, I want to re-look at my all symbol decks. Human Garbage is cool. Trusted Assistant. Then all of this is like normal all symbol stuff again, right? I don't know if we're playing 6 checks, but I'm trying to put the 2 check back in the deck, and so there's no reason not to play it. Closing in, Daunting Message. Full on attack mode is good. Snack Time is good. Chivalrous is good. Yeah. I like this card. Destined makes total sense. Okay. Let's look at our 2 diffs. We're playing a lot of flash moves, and so like having like offensive enhances like isn't spectacular, you know? Convenient Timing is good. If I've drawn a card. Okay. I like Revel in all decks. Big fan of Revel. Unexpected Hero is nuts in a lot of decks. Advice for winners. You're so obvious. Okay. All right. Okay. Night Watch is kind of cool if we have, like, it's just like a little bit of disruption. More 2 diffs. Villains Defeated is so potent right now. If people aren't playing Villains Defeated, I think you're messing up. I think 1 rating is kind of cool, but I'm trying to put in more flashcards. So, like, maybe not. Pull no punches seems kind of insane in this deck, right? Playing a lot of 3s with these 2 checks that I'm trying to add, right? So, Scout in the Forest is very cool. All right, so the number 1 card that I don't like in the deck is just Needle Stab. I get that it's here to round out our block zones, but I just don't think you need it. I think that Searching Crystal Darts is just like the better card. So I'm actually just going to just straight replace them because I think that this card is better. Yeah, I think this card is actually just better. It's an incredible deadlock threat. It puts more cards in our discard pile. And then I want to take Amplified Sound Blast down to a 2 of, and we're going to put in 2 of this here, Specialized Sound Waves. Just because I want you to try the card. I think this card is so cracked. This card is her best card. Like this card could be banned, and like it would make total sense. It would make sense that this card leaves. Actions and assets. This card only ever gets to be a 1 of. 4 Cremation is crazy, right? What are we spending that momentum on that's not specialized? I mean, it's just like give this thing speed, but do we need that? I almost would rather just play Capture Evildoers. Here's what we'll do. We'll put Cremation down to a 2 of, Capture at the 1 of, Sugar Rush at the 1 of, because this thing says like get 1 or 3 speed. This is 2 speed, 4 damage. This thing can kill people for sure. Okay. And then now as we take and we look at our difficulties, look at our stats, we're going to try and keep it as close to 60 as possible, right? Because we haven't messed with these numbers. Sorry, it was at 61. We cut an earphone jack. We're going to try and keep this as close to 60 as possible, right? The first thing that I want to do is I want to play 4 copies of All Might's Mentorship. I think it's crazy under the All symbol with this deck not playing it. Yeah, I get that it's a 3 diff. And we're running a 2 check, but this thing doesn't count as progressive to play attack cards, which is what we want to do, right? This thing says, put it in my card pool. All my moves have +1 damage for the turn. That's incredible. That's so strong. From there, if we're playing 4 copies of this, we should just play 2 copies of this. And then like when it happens, right? Especially with like Specialized Sound Waves going and finding, man, I actually just like, man, I really like what this deck has got going on with this loop. Like, this seems like incredible. If this card goes and finds this thing, and you have to block this one, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, I'm going to take Scout in the Forest, and I'm going to drop it down to the 2 of. It's still in the deck, and it's still a viable card, but I think that this is just going to be stronger. But this is still the I'm having fun, right? And at the same time, like, all you have to do is just, like, put the card back. That's all you got to do. Talented Baker being on here is cool. But I think I actually might even, like, go bigger into it. All right, let's actually just look at our difficulties, right? We're playing a 2 check now. So I'm going to take and I'm going to push this guy up to a 4 of. We're just going to play like more of these cards that are good and like take out Zoom. Like, who cares about Zoom, right? Spooky gets to be the 1 of. I think that card's not that great, truthfully. Easily Excited, it can't be fixed. Yeah, this all makes sense. 64, we're going to cut some cards. It's probably going to be the actions. Blocks. What's my block zones look like? What lows did we add? Unexpected Hero. That's it. We just added 2 lows. So that just means we get to, like, make these a little more potent. Right? So, like, we get rid of this. And we put in more Talented. Right? Drawing cards is easy in this deck. It is interesting because, like, this card doesn't trigger off of this card, which is a big deal. But it does trigger off of this card. And this card. And this card and this card. And so it's probably worth. I'm also down just to make all of these cool one-ofs, right? Just to save some room. Right, this is looking a little cleaner. Let's go back to our difficulty. We have zeros. We've got maybe too many twos. Probably could just cut the spooky. Just like play solid defense and, as opposed to gimmicky defense, right? Specialist of Sound spooky is gimmicky. It just is, right? I'm going to commit 2, maybe 3 foundations to negate an attack. Like, as cool as that sounds, we don't have like a continual negate on, or a continual minus speed on board, or on our like our character, right? It's why it's so good in Eraserhead. This is probably where I'd leave it though. I think the big things for whenever you're watching the video is like floating is incredible, revel is incredible, and I like pull no punches a lot in this deck. Like, it probably just replaces Scouting the Forest, although this is a low block. Replace Scout in the Forest just because, like, this thing says find you an attack, and this thing says in tactics with this find you an attack, and is an incredible deadlock threat, right? It says that these each get +2 speed +1 stun, and so I dig that. Let's go look at our first hand. It's a great hand. Look, we found the combo, right? Just play this on the 3. Hope it passes. Bing, bang, boom. Review one of these. This hand's insane. Holy cow. Yeah. All right, so there you have it. There's all symbol Jiro. I think that there's something here. I really like the hard barrage loop. And again, I think if you're playing the all symbol and you're playing punches under all, there's no reason not to play this. This is just an incredible tool inside the deck. So with that said, thank you much for watching, you guys. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'll wish you well.